This video is intended to be another in-depth description of a transmutation talisman set. This platform particularly I'll be discussing has been in wide distribution due to its simplistic and successful output ratio for the recipients that have received this device. And oftentimes I refer to pre-existing transmutation videos to these other recipients. Hence, the crystalline ignition order does not really vary very much from the base platform that it is developed upon. But in this case, it has special connotations of being association with this prominent Blu-ray blade of the Wise Healer, that I'm using the Ark of the Covenant as a prop for a very distinct purpose. And while I'm at it too, I'll be describing the transmutation blade band ratio on a wand format, just to be very well notarized, as well as a crude chakra map I drafted up to be very descriptive of the purpose. Okay, so once again, the transmutation blade band ratio is rather simplistic in nature. It is a combination of hematite and smoke quartz in an ignition sequence in a closed loop circuit, running around this primary blade band, with this blade band like so, then running up here to contain over here, then recirculate. Just like the wand itself, same platform. The transmutation platform is relatively simplistic but very effective for its purposes, which I will describe now. Hematite is a very powerful grounder of all excess energies through the root into the earth stars, into the earth plane for reprocessing. Smoke quartz is a very fantastic purifier as well, and also grounds all excess energy through the root chakra into the earth stars and into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing. So the two are complementary frequency ignitions that dramatically ground all excess energy, as well as producing a very powerful insulation effect. So obviously the advantageous aspect of being very well grounded while being purified in the structure, because this selenite, of course, is fantastic for stimulating the 6th, 7th, and non-physical chakras. And the black kyanite rapidly bridges the energy very quickly through into the earth plane. So the aspect of the selenite also takes the entirety of the transmutation simplistic ratio. It harmonizes, purifies, and accelerates the entire current. So these guys are intentionally very simplistic, like I've mentioned thrice or more now in this video thus far, to be a very simple way to ground all excess energy into the earth. And another fun feature about these devices too, it makes a very powerful insulation. So you can think of any kind of negativity or external forces hitting the outside auric field and the receptive aspect particularly. Go ahead and write these guys into this crude chart. So of course, when aspects of energy radially bombards the system, it can dysregulate the entire energy field. And so this is actually built to be a contingency to be worn in play to give a safe bypass ground for all the excess energy to have a safe output, which is very useful for very high sentient psychic operating systems that are bombarded by radial psychic information energy that can be kind of compromising to one's general balance. So this is an aspect why this was developed long ago and has been well field tested, and has been thankfully a very successful platform for mitigating the dysregulation of excess energy by constantly grounding the energy into the earth for reprocessing. Very simple, but very, very effective. Same with the wand, same exact concept. Transmutation platforms do not deviate very much from the simplistic goal of just having a very simplified grounding, purifying of excess energy for the reprocessing. So the aspect of why this guy is here as well, on top of the Ark Covenant, is that this set right here is intended to be in tandem with this device. So Wise Healer is a rather diverse, complicated, vibratory conductor of great potency, which of course you can relate to an arc reactor, or the Ark of the Covenant, being a very powerful source of energy. So just like the breastplates of old, how they had their breastplates they'd wear to be able to diffuse that kind of energy very safely and successfully, this is a somewhat of a modern day reverse engineered concept based upon the Aaron's breastplate, or the breastplate of the diffuser that was wielded with the arc reactor. So why that's important here is we'll be going over to this crude chakra map for full description, is that this set actually is for the mother who has commissioned this device, who is in a mother and son energy template. So, when you have the combination of the son and mother being a very prominent natural energy connection of great strength in the aspects of reality naturally, that's a very strong energetic psychic link. So by having two of these frequencies in both fields of both the son and the mother, generate vibrational compound interest of the same frequency harmonizing the same note to make a very powerful purification and grounding of this energy into the earth plane for reprocessing. And let alone being another contingency or wearable format to be able to ground all this energy out into the earth to give it a very safe bypass at all times, and to be a very effective way to take all this complicated, amazing Blu-ray concentration device and interact just like a Wi-Fi field. Since they're technologically the same, they are compatible frequency devices. So just like a Bluetooth for a smartphone, they work perfectly in tandem and is programmable up here with the clear quartz and the hematite to be the neutral program carrier. And they're both exactly identical as possible, made in perfect assembly sequence, to be as identically twin as I could possibly do with my bare hands. So, the mother, of course, who commissioned this is a very prominent, intensive energy design, and that'll be very beneficial to be able to ground out her intentions. So when she does an vibratory invocation broadcast with this device, for example, it will have a very strong rooted effect for tangible theurgy or quantum alteration, and to have a safe grounding of that energy perpetuating motion and have a safe charging compatibility with this frequency to get the most out of it in tangibility. And so, like I've mentioned, with the son and the daughter, looking at this, reading this while saying that, with the son-mother connection energy closed loop circuit like so, will be a very compatible frequency that is encouraging to grounding all excess energy, and most importantly, making a very strong transmutation through the entire chakra column to pull all stray energies through the root, into the earth stars, into the earth meridian matrix reprocessing, so that that aspect is a very healthy contained field. Because when that is in play, all excess stray radial energies have a safe discharge bypass, which of course is why these guys are in wide distribution with great prominence, is for its effective, background, non-intrusive, practical application to living this life, which can be quite crazy with, everybody knows, division, polarities, and all the wild things that this earth plane has to offer for the incarnations of all these characters is quite intense. And so that was a thing that I was very much blessed with, was this aspect, this frequency contingency in a closed loop circuit to mitigate internal and external negativity forces for overwhelming the system. In that regard too, it also serves as a very powerful transmutation and a very powerful electromagnetic interference inhibitor. So it can keep one's energy in proper alignment. So, once again, this is another transmutation video that was of, basically worth notarization with the certain complicated variables in play, such as this prominent device of very complex vibratory nature, which essentially is, for all intents and purposes, like an arc reactor going into the reality of this recipient. And so these are basically Aaron's breastplates to be the perfect grounding, insulating contingency. Well, there we have it. 1,000 blessings. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.